All right, welcome back. It's Monday. Last weekend we had parades Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and next week we've got them Saturday and Sunday. So it's that time of the season, everybody's busy. And right in the middle of this busy season, I told you we were doing a drug run for our trial roster, which we had last week. We had 21 on the trial roster. I promised you that the vast majority of them would plead guilty at the last minute. We tried one case. The rest of them pled or got bench warrants or whatever. Just like, I hate to be that guy, but the thing is, everybody keeps hollering, I want my trial, until you get a time for trial. So the guy that got a trial, it took us Monday to pick the jury and do the little pretrial motions. I think it was over by Wednesday. Rodney Neesmith was convicted and got 20 years. He's 52 years old. He'll serve 85% of that, so 52, 60, he'll be about 70 when he gets out. But Rodney got his trial. Everybody else seeing that said, oh boy, let me see what I can do other than a trial. The next case up was continued by the judge because the guy was in mental health. He was in a hospital. Wellings pled, got 3 years. Jashawn Brader pled, got 5 years, and then another 90 days. So you see in sort of a pattern, depending on the record, if the person pleads, they usually, this ain't up to us, they usually get smaller sentences. And we go all the way through. Several people, this Jill Bunnell, she was on for trial. She didn't show up. She was picked up this morning on a bench warrant. She'll sit in jail until we get to her case. All the way through, Biggins at number 8 got 5 years. Number 9 got 3 years. So everybody got some time, but not like 20 years. And that's the way it happens. But we can try these cases, and we're going to do this again in March. About 40% of our cases that come in are in drugs. Now, I had several people call on different cases, and I need to make this point. People, how in the world did this one only get 5 years and this one get 3 years? I promise you, when this gets to the trial roster, we don't make any negotiations. Going into it, I told the defense attorney there was a time to plea. That was 6-8 months ago. Now it's a time to trial. It's like Ecclesiastes. We ready to go now. So we have brought all of these people in, and you said you wanted a trial. I took you at your word. Now it's time to do this trial. Well, they'll plea anyway, and they usually get less time. But there's nothing we can do except stand up there in front of the judge, tell what the person is accused of doing, what they have done, what their record is, and then it's up to the judge to find some sort of sentence. But almost every one of these people got jail time. Almost every one of them is going to be in jail for several Christmases. It ain't going to be near as bad as Rodney Neesmith's for 20, but everybody's going to jail. And if the hope is, you try to make lemonade out of lemons, but the hope is that you pull that time and say, gosh, I only had to pull 2 years or 3 years, but I never want to do that again because it was bad. I am not institutionalized yet. I've just served 2 years or 3 years out of my life. I never want to do that again. I'm come out. I'm not addicted to cocaine or crack cocaine or heroin or fentanyl. So I'm not saying it'll happen, but the hope is they'll say, geez, I don't want to do that anymore. That fire was hot. So there's a ton of people out of the 21. Most of them pled. Most of them went to jail. There was a few continued with bench warrants. And when they're picked up, they'll go to jail too. So we're going to do this again in probably March or April to pick up a lot more people that have been claiming, you know, I want a trial, I want a trial, and we'll do this again. I've been doing it for now 25 years, so it's not like I'm just, this is the first rodeo. We've seen this before, and everybody wants a fight until it's time to fight, and then everybody wants to figure out some other way of doing it. So, like I told people this week that was calling and saying, oh, he only got 10 years, or he only got 3 years, or he only got 5. They saw it to be a good idea that they don't let me sentence them to. All we can do is convict them. All we can do is present the case, and then it's up to a judge to do all of that. So it was a really successful week. We moved either by bench warrant, prison. Some of them got probation if it was light charges, but 21 cases were moved one way or the other, and that took up the trial roster week. Now on to funner things. We'll be in several. We got Conway's parade coming up Saturday. Please come out. Love to see everybody there. Get some candy out of this deal. And Surfside is Saturday also. And then Georgetown's parade, which will be downtown Georgetown, was moved from last Saturday to next Sunday. I think, no, the 16th. So not this week, but the next week. So it's always a good time. It's always good to see everybody. Come out, bring your kids, and I hope to see you there. This week we'll start trials again. It'll be a very limited week, but you know, maybe one trial we'll catch, and if so, I'll catch you up on it next Monday. Have a great week.